Are our dreams just random images fired from an unconscious brain during sleep? Or something much more important, like life-saving inner guidance? How dreams can be healing and early warning tools for disease, financial crisis, or success. And love is still one of the behavioral science's greatest unanswered questions. Hello, I'm your host, author Kat O'Keefe Kanavos. Welcome to Dreaming Healing, where dreams and cutting-edge scientific research meet on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 radio network. Dreaming Healing is every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, when you can call in and ask Kat questions about your amazing dreams. Talk on air. Call toll-free, 833-220-1200. That's 833-220-1200. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. You know, this show is live video. So if you're only listening right now and you want to watch, you can go to my website on Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network, Dreaming Healing Show, or you can go to my website by Googling The Queen of Dreams, and my website will come up, and then up in the right-hand corner of my website, you'll see radio show. And just click that button and it will take you to the page on Dreamvision 7 Radio Network, which is my website page there. And you'll see a little square box that says YouTube. Click that and you get to watch the show. So you can also go to my Facebook Live page, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, author speaker. You can watch it on there. And my website is Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, and that's KATHLEENOKEEFEKANAVOS. So yes, I am Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, but my friends all call me Kat. So I hope you will too. So you have been sending me, as I've requested, and I'm so pleased, you have been sending me your dreams. And your dreams have been phenomenal. And you've asked me what they mean. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to answer everybody's dreams. So tonight is going to be dream night. We are going to be talking about things like angry dreams and questions about death dreams and past lover dreams. I mean, these are all in here. And our producer, Rachel, is going to come on with me. I know you love those. You love it when that happens. So she's going to come on and we're going to work through all the dreams you have sent in to us. But first, you got it. We're going to do our favorite meditation. The meditation that is going to be a protection meditation. And so those of you who are new to my show, what we're going to do is we're going to take in 3 really deep breaths. And we're going to hold them. And we're going to let all the negativity that happened during the week, somebody said something to us, somebody did something to us, we did something or said something to someone else and we've been kind of feeling bad about it. We're going to let all of that connect into that breath of life, and we're going to blow it across the room into the purple flame of Saint Germain, where it's going to be converted into beautiful golden energy and return to the universe. And we're going to do that so that we don't litter. Yeah, we don't want to litter with our emotions or with our breath of life. We want to make everything clean, including our souls. So after we do that 3 times, I want you to imagine holding a power gift. And your power gift is anything that gives you power, that is connected to love. It can be a piece of jewelry a deceased loved one gave you. Like I wear my mother's wedding ring with my engagement ring. That's a power gift to me. So I just imagine holding that. I don't even really have to imagine it. Yeah, it's right in my hand. Or it could be your favorite stone, your favorite crystal, your favorite flower. It can be imaginary, or if you've got something close to you right now that you can hold in your hand, feel free to pick it up and hold on to it. We're going to use that power gift to create, by swinging it around our body, we are going to create a mirrored bubble that's only going to allow that which is of the highest and best to come in. Everything else is going to be reflected back. Okay, ready? Those of you who are driving right now and listening to this show, please don't close your eyes. It will still work. Just listen, keep your hands on the wheel. It'll still work, I promise you. Just listen. So what I want you to do now is, just kind of settle into your chair, or if you're sitting cross-legged on the floor, feel yourself being grounded. All right? Now what I want you to do is take in a deep breath. Deep breath in. Hold it. Imagine any negativity, like little specks of pepper, getting into that breath. And blow it out. Empty your lungs all the way out, across the room, into that beautiful flame, purple flame of Saint Germain. Right? Deep breath in. Hold it. Blow it out across the room. All the way out. One more time, deep breath in. Hold it. Keep holding it. Let any of the stubborn little negativity get in there. Blow it out across the room. Right into the purple flame of Saint Germain. See it being converted into beautiful golden light, just going straight up into the heavens. It's gorgeous. It's shining down on you. Now imagine holding your power gift in your hand. Imagine it's right there. Take it and spin it all around your body, creating this beautiful mirrored bubble, like a great big bubble that's changing colors, it's mirrored, it reflects back. We're going to create that all around us so that only that which is of the highest and best and brought by our spirit guides may enter that bubble. Everything else is reflected back from whence it came. We wish it so, and therefore it is. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Feel yourself returning, coming back. Stay with your eyes closed as long as you want. Just listen to my voice. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. So, we've been receiving some very interesting dreams. And when I say we, I'm talking about Rachel. I've got all of your dreams, all 6 pages of them here. I'm going to get through as many as I can tonight. I think it's going to be such fun. And our producer, Rachel, is going to help me with this because she is really good at interpreting dreams also. And hey, we have a blast when we're on the show together. So Rachel, whenever you're ready, come on in and let's do these dreams. There she is.
Hello.
Hey, Rach.
It's good to see you.
It's gonna be party time.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to it for a while. It's always fun to work with you. Back in the days when we did some shows together, it was just the highlight of my week. So we got some dreams.
Thank you. So we have some dreams, and I know you have some dreams that I don't even have because they've been coming in like crazy. And so Rachel and I have decided we are going to try to do this at least every other month, at the very least once every 3 months if we can't do it sooner, because we're getting so many dreams from you, and we want to address them. So Rachel, I've got my pen and I'm going to write down the highlights of this dream that you're going to read to me that came in. So take it away.
Okay, I'm going to have to kind of paraphrase it because for whatever reason I can't get it up with I can't get up with all this stuff. I got electronics here, operating station and stuff. So I will just make it here. Pretty much this is the dream. This person dreamt that they went to visit their mother. Their mother was in heaven and they were able to access the heavenly gates, but they weren't in a position where they were actually physical. They were more like a spiritual. They were kind of eavesdropping on as if they're watching a movie or something. Flew over the gates, got inside, and found that the streets weren't paved with gold. They were just regular streets. In fact, the walls looked more like a prison than they did of anything fancy. And the people were busy doing their business. They were washing their clothes, doing their dishes, and they were working on the gardens and on and on. And this person was wandering around still looking for their mother. And they finally found their mother. Again, they were kind of a spiritual type thing, like they're looking in at a movie. So the mother didn't see them. In fact, their mother was so involved in picking out some fruits and vegetables at the garden stand, apparently to prepare a dinner for her man or for whoever it was, that it felt like it was eavesdropping for this person to even try to touch her shoulder or get her attention. She was just amazed at how bland everything seemed, but everybody was still working. But what she took away from the dream was that apparently relationships were still important in this heaven. They were still working every day on relationships, feeding each other, helping each other, doing the chores and stuff. There wasn't any real difference. And then the dream ended, pulled back and the dream ended. And so that was pretty much the essence of the dream.
What an interesting dream to have that little glimpse of heaven. So what I found really interesting is that she accessed these gates in the spirit form. So she was traveling out of her body and she goes up to what is heaven, and she finds that heaven's not a whole lot different than earth.
Right.
It's very similar. We've been told, oh, there's angels floating on clouds and they're all playing instruments, and it's all that in a bag of potato chips. And truth be told, it's very similar to the heaven that she saw where her mother was very similar to earth. But she wasn't there probably long enough to see the big differences between heaven and earth, except that one is in spirit and one is in body. Yet her mother, she recognized her mother, and her mother was probably doing something her mother really loved to do even on the earth plane, which is work with the vegetables, work with growing life in order to break bread or feed the person that she loved. So did that dreamer say whether or not she was disappointed with her visit to heaven or her views of heaven, or was she what?
Well, she thought it was most important thing that came out of that was relationships. Even in heaven, relationships were important, that people still worked helping each other and doing things for each other, and community was still important. It wasn't an isolation thing. It wasn't just spend time in the golden choir singing songs, whatever, but it was everyday living and working with the people around you. I did have a side note. Unfortunately, a couple months later, they said that their sister died. And so this dream about the mother visiting the mother in heaven might have been a prequel to the fact that their sister was going to die within a few months afterwards, to maybe reassure them that the sister was just going to join the dinner party. Maybe, I don't know.
Interesting. Maybe the mother was getting ready to do that dinner party. The third book in Sacred Stories that I wrote with Reverend Ariel is now for pre-order on Amazon. And one of the stories in the book is written by Teresa Velarde, who's going to be a host on Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. I think it's going to be We Be Conversations. And she talked about glimpsing heaven through her mother's eyes. I mean, here we have this parallel running, and where her mother's getting ready to die, and she's like smiling and laughing. And Teresa says, "Mom, what are you seeing?" And her mom says, "I see all of the family getting ready for a big spaghetti dinner. I have to make sure I get there in time with the meatballs." So, heaven isn't a whole lot different, I don't think, than earth, except it's better But as long as we're here on earth, we don't necessarily remember how. But I think you might have hit on something really important there, Rachel, which is, she may have had this dream in order to prepare her for when her mother did die. I mean, when her sister did die, and that everything would be okay, that she would be with her mother, let's face it, who can exist in perfection all the time?
Yeah.
I think heaven is where you're comfortable and you can live comfortably, not where you are absolutely perfect all the time.
Right. I don't want to wear lipstick all the time. I had to put lipstick back on. So, right. So being perfect is. I have one other dream too that came in today, and it's a short one. It's about relationship, and this person's apparently suffered a relationship loss, or somebody they thought they were in love with didn't love them back, or some sort of a situation of that nature. And they had a dream that this former lover, this former person, asked them to go to a bowling alley, which the person who told me about the dream said was unusual for that person. They didn't like bowling alleys. And so they went together to the bowling alley. And when they got to the bowling alley, they ran into a whole bunch of people. And then the former lover disappeared, leaving the dream person wondering what happened to them. Where'd they go? What happened? They couldn't seem to find the former lover at all. Just kind of disappeared in the crowd at the bowling alley. So I saw that and I thought, this person wanted to go someplace they normally wouldn't go to, and then you lost them when they're there. I'm sure there's some insight into that relationship, or at least the person having the dream relationship as they're dealing with a loss of a lover. Can you think of anything comes to your head about that?
I think it's interesting that he wanted her to take him to a place he didn't like, because then he would have an excuse to leave. So in a way, he kind of set her up in the dream.
Yes.
But then also, my question would be, how did he feel about her friends? Did he isolate her from her friends? And so in this dream, he kind of returned her to her friends and took off. And so maybe the message is, this didn't work for us, but in order to keep you from being so sad, here's all your friends to help you through this breakup. And it would be interesting to see if the friends did help her through the breakup. Did the friends warn her in her waking world about this relationship? Did she find herself being isolated from her friends by this relationship? So there's a lot of other questions there, but I think it's interesting that it's a bowling alley. A bowling alley is someplace where it's really noisy. But it's a place where you meet with friends in order to do something that's organized, or where there's teamwork involved. And as soon as that teamwork started, boom, he was gone.
Interesting take. Yeah, it's like
that is an interesting dream.
Yeah, the person who shared the dream made a little note at the end that they thought it had something to do with that they need to move on. It's time to move on. So that's probably part of the message also. But that dropping off their friends and isolating, that was a very good. I love that. That's great. I didn't see that. That was great.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe, that wasn't meant to, like you said, that was not meant to be. And it would be interesting to see how the friends reacted to the sex lover. And now that that relationship is over with and she saw that happening in the dream, how did she feel about it when she woke up? Yeah. Did she miss him, or was she like, that was too much trouble. that was way too much trouble. I'm kind of glad that's gone. So that does happen. So here's a Drew. Do we have any more that came in on YouTube or anything?
No, but we're supposed to go on a break in a couple of minutes. I think you want to do the break now before we go to the next shows.
We didn't because I have a long one here. I have a long dream here that came in. Yeah. So we'll go ahead. Hey, guys, don't go away. We're going to be right back after this short break, and we're going to delve into another really big dream that came in that's interesting. You're listening to Dreamvision 7 Radio Network, and I'm your host, Kat Kanavos, and this is our producer, Rachel Love, and we're going to be talking about more dreams. Don't go away.
Can't hardly wait.
Ever had a strange dream? Nautilus Award winner, Dreams That Can Save Your Life, Early Warning Signs of Cancer and Other Diseases by Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos and Duke University radiologist Dr. Larry Burke. Forward by Dr. Bernie Siegel, shares how people like you self-advocated in the face of adversity and won using dreams. Read life-saving dream stories validated by medical reports. Hear how dreams of dead loved ones saved lives. Use interpretations and journaling as roadmaps in your waking world for health, wealth, and love. Dreams That Can Save Your Life. Early Warning Signs of Cancer and Other Diseases. Buy the audio and book at KathleenO'KeefeCanavos.com in English and Italian worldwide and through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other retailers.
How did life start on Earth, and why is there so much suffering? Are we living in a simulated reality like the characters in the Matrix movie? Do parallel dimensions exist alongside ours, influencing our experience? What are the mysterious dark energies that penetrate our universe? Peter Canova folds space and time to bring the twin bookends of ancient wisdom and quantum science into a single focal point, answering these and many other deep mysteries of the creation. Quantum Spirituality can be heard every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern and 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Pacific on syndicated Dreamvision 7 Radio Network. See the show where past and present merge to show us our future.
What if dreams can diagnose your life? What if we can meet the love of our life in dreams? Join host Kat O'Keefe Kanavos, the #1 internationally best-selling author of Dreams That Can Save Your Life, written with Duke University medical doctor Larry Burke. Dreaming Healing is where we'll explore dreams, research, and interpret dreams from you, the caller. Dreaming Healing shows can be heard every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dreamvision 7 Radio Network. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Have you met your physician within yet? The Nautilus and multi-award-winning book, Surviving Cancerland: Intuitive Aspects of Healing, is a memoir that takes you down the rabbit hole of healing dreams and interpretations, mixed with conventional medicine and treatments. Listen to the hookah-puffing caterpillar ask, "Who are you?" Dr. Bernie Siegel says Kathleen's story is powerful, honest, and eye-opening. Surviving Cancerland: Intuitive Aspects of Healing by 3-time breast cancer survivor Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos. Buy the book and audio at KathleenO'KeefeCanavos.com and worldwide through Amazon and other retailers. Why are we here? How can we be happy? Questions asked from millennials to boomers. Crappy to Happy, Sacred Stories of Transformational Joy answers them using true stories of grit, grace, and love. James Redfield, author of The Celestine Prophecy, wrote in the foreword, "This book is a seminar about emerging truths and offers grounded solutions through the art of the comeback." Dr. Bernie Siegel, a contributing author, wrote, "Bodies die, but spirits and consciousness survive and recycle." So, grab some tissues, open your book, and prepare to cry and laugh till it heals. Crappy to Happy by Reverend Ariel Patricia and Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos. Available from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and booksellers worldwide.
This is Dreamvision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.
Hey, we're back.
We're back. Welcome back, everybody. For those of you just tuning in, we are Rachel Love and Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, and we are on Dreaming Healing on Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. And we're talking about dreams, dreams, dreams tonight. We are reading all your dreams that you've sent in, and we're going to try to get to all of them. I found another dream, Rachel, that was kind of similar to one that we did, and so I'm anxious to get to that. But first, somebody just sent me in a simple question. Can dead people hear us talking to them?
Oh, yes. I love that.
What do you think? What are your feelings about that? Can they hear us talking about them or to them?
Yes, if they're okay. This is something I did years ago. I did the ghost whispering thing, right? I spent some time channeling dead people's friends or relatives and things, and when I lived in Tulsa. So somebody dies, they can hang around for a while if they like. Maybe some unfinished business or something. They want to wait till, like one ghost I remember had to wait till their daughter got married. They didn't want to miss the wedding. So they were still here waiting. In fact, they got so unhappy because they wanted their picture prominently displayed at the wedding so they can see. And the picture is faced the wrong way. So I get this message, you got to turn the picture the way I can't see anything. So so that particular spirit did not want to go away. They were very, very opinionated, very strong in what they wanted, but they had business to take care of. Or there was, they wanted to explain why they died, what happened. And so there was a lot of that going on. So as long as they're in this sphere, this place, I think they can hear what we're doing and they can influence and try to respond, but not if you don't want them to, right? Because you're living, you have the power, you're the vibration. So you make the rules in your life because you're the higher vibration level. They're right here. Only way you can do that is lower your vibration or loan some vibration, bring them up. But you are actually always in control of that. So people are always worried about haunted houses and different things. You're allowing that to happen. You allow that in your life, but you can do the other. So yes, I would say, yes, indeed, they can hear.
And I concur. I agree. I believe that dead people, our deceased loved ones, can hear us talking about them. And I believe that we have rule of permission on our side. In other words, they are not allowed to interfere with us without our permission. So if we say to them, we don't want to talk to you, I do not want you bothering me. Remember, your spirit guides and guardian angels are always there with you. We're born with them. We're their job, and they take that job very seriously. So all you have to do is say, guardian angel, I am not feeling comfortable with this person bothering me, and they will deal with it. You don't need to deal with it.
Yeah, we have the ticket. We have the ticket for life with us. They didn't buy the ticket. I mean, their ticket expired. That sounds terrible, but they came on Earth. They had their time. There's so many heartbeats, so many breaths, whatever, and their ticket expired. The ride's over, but we're still riding, so we still have the ticket. So I guess that's almost a crass way of describing it. I should be ashamed of myself, but it's not like
not only that,
but, it is our turn right now.
Yes, it's our turn on the earth, but they hear us talking to them, especially when a deceased loved one, somebody that we really miss, when we're unhappy and we're saying, oh, we miss you so much, and what am I going to do? For instance, a friend of mine had her son just recently died, and I know that she's speaking to him, and we have to remember that these were human beings. And so even though their bodies are gone, their souls are still there, and it takes them a while to adjust to being in the spirit world, and they don't always want to leave what they've spent their whole life in, and that was the body with their family, with their friends. And so sometimes our grief can hold them here, and they can hear our grief. They can hear us talking to them. And another thing to remember is love never dies. So love is something we can take with us to the other side, and that the other side can bring back and share with us in the earth plane. So when we're talking about them, when we're talking to them, when we're really sad, when we really miss them, and we say, gosh, I love you, I still miss you, but I know that I'll see you again. you're actually making them very happy. You're letting them know that you have not forgotten them, that you don't think that when they die, it was just poof, they're gone, that you realize that they are back in their spirit form, as we all will be one day, and that you know that you'll see them again. And that can give them great relief, because when you suffer, they feel it.
Oh, speaking of that, your show is healing dreams. The monks appeared to you and told you about a cancer and saved your life. I've been recently dealing with emotional injuries are causing illness and different things. And I think that these dreams that we interpreted, some of the ones interpreted earlier, were dealt with emotional stuff, of coming death of somebody, a broken relationship. These emotional injuries, the dreams are actually help healing the emotional injury too, before it becomes something physical. So even though it didn't sound like we're talking about healing dreams, emotional injuries are just as deadly as physical ones.
I agree. Actually, Rachel, I think emotional injuries are worse, more dangerous, because you can't see them. You can't really see them. If you touch yourself, you know where it is and you know how to deal with it. But emotional injuries can be very difficult to deal with, and that injury can remain for centuries if we don't deal with it. So that's where our dreaming healing comes in. We connect with our spirit guides, our guardian angels, and we do dream work when we're sleeping. And some of these dreams are dream work. It's working through a situation while we're asleep, and we're actually more in spirit. When we're asleep, we're watching our spirit moving around. We're watching our spirit enter the kingdom of heaven, or wherever it's taking us, to deal with situations, to deal with people, and to do dream work so that we can heal inside.
It's almost like we're going back up to the mothership or something. The body's left here and the spirit goes up, and spend some time with the doctors there, dealing with some of the different issues and things in the spirit world that come back in the body later. That's probably kind of an extreme way of describing it, but sometimes I swear I'm taking a nap, I'm off outer space someplace. Probably the early days, back in the days when I did a lot of meditation and stuff and astral travel and things, it kind of got that set up in the thought process. Things that we're told as a kid, things we learn as a child sticks with us even in the 60s. It's still there, and it comes back just as if it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't know any time, especially like in the dreams, in dream work. There is no time. There's only the big now. There's no past. There's no present. There's no future. When we're in the dream, it's all right now, no matter what it is. And so in the previous dream that we were talking about, where the woman went up to heaven and kind of saw her mom and was surprised that her mom was doing, kind of earthbound things up in heaven, and then her sister died. Was that a precognitive dream? Was she actually going up into heaven to check it out before her sister got there? Because I believe we know when we're going to return home. That's what I call dying and going to heaven. We're returning home. We have a life purpose to fulfill. That purpose is a contract we signed with God and our angels, our guardian angels, before we came down here. And once we fulfill that, it's time to return home. And so she may have been checking it out.
Yeah, I agree with you. The gig's up. We have a reason for being here. I also love that in the spirit world and the dream world, there is no present, no past. It is just now. How much happier we would be if we just live in the now instead of worrying so much about what we did in the past or what's going to happen in the future. I mean, it's a much better place to spend our time in. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. And that's where lucid dreaming, I think, comes in to play. With lucid dreaming, that's where you know you're dreaming when you're dreaming. And if we find that our past is really troubling us, and our past is affecting our present and will affect our future, it could actually give us dis-ease, disease.
Yeah.
We can take our past and we can put it into dream form, and we can re-enter that dream. And we can look at what happened in that past that created the the situation we're in now, in our present, and we can change the ending by turning it into a lucid dream. Knowing you're dreaming, you can say to yourself, yeah, this is what happened. This was really awful. This is what affected me. This is what I'm still carrying around as baggage. And say, you know what? I'm going to take this baggage apart right now in this dream. I'm going to throw some of this stuff away. I'm going to embrace some of the other stuff. And I'm going to solve all of this riddle right now. And I'm going to move on. And you may have that recurrent dream, that recurrent lucid dream, until you solve all of that riddle, solve all of those problems, and you're done. And then you move on.
Like physical body, we can get a splinter down deep inside our skin someplace, and it hurt when it went in, but skin grew of it, whatever, and we forgot about it, but it's still there festering, still needs to be done with. So by the dreaming healing, get inside there and remove the actual splinter before it even got there. Just go back in time and take that splinter out and bring healing that and also prevent the injury. Could you imagine? Oh Lord, this is just great. You know, more folks should pay attention to this show. They save themselves a lot of heartache, trouble.
I agree. And you know, dreaming healing, we also need to kind of remember something. So many of us go through forms of suffering on the earth plane when we're in our waking world. And we often ask, why did I have to go through that? Why did I have to go through that relationship breakup? Why did I don't know why, but my nose is really itching me. I think there's an angel here tickling my nose with a feather because we're hitting on all these really important facts. You're like, okay, we're just going to tickle her nose and let her know we're here.
Flooding around all places.
Yeah, wait for all the lights to go off in a minute or something. You just watch. It really will. So, you know, we go through these crises in our life. We go through these horrible breakups where the love of our life suddenly leaves us in the bowling alley. Things like that happen and we go, why? Well, maybe, just maybe it's part of our life purpose to feel that pain, to get into that depth of pain in order to be able to help somebody else who's going through that pain, because it takes us beyond sympathy of, oh, I'm sorry for that, to empathy of, oh, I feel your pain because I went through it as well. And that's such an important part of our growth. And sometimes our dreams, when we get into those dreams, that can help us explain to us, our inner selves, why we went through that pain. Maybe, you know, he left us at the bowling alley because he didn't like our friends either. And he was trying to isolate us. Do we want to be in a relationship where somebody always wants to keep us in some ivory tower and not really exist and have fun?
Yeah. Well, I definitely know that you can go anywhere you want in the country or out of the country, and you're going to create the environment around yourself that's real similar to where you came from before. Mm-hmm. Because like somebody said a long time ago, life is but a stage. We're mere actors. It does appear that the same type personality, same type spirits come back around to deal with an issue that you didn't want to deal with at one time. So dreaming would be much simpler, lay down in the bed and dream. And that lucid dreaming, I mean, I've used that before. I've written down what I want to accomplish during this dream, and I need to understand this. And then it's come through the dream. And I know I'm speaking too long. We're getting off track because we're running out of time already. So we have more dreams to do, don't we?
That happens to us every time we're together.
We can go on forever. I know I can.
Yes.
I love this subject.
All right. You ready for another dream?
Yes. Let me put on my glasses so I look like I'm studious.
I
can see too.
I've got mine too, and I could put them on, but the only glasses I've got are sunglasses. So.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I look like a bug.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says, "Dear Kat, I hope you had a great weekend. I have been having fragmented dreams that I am unable to articulate. That's why it took me all this while to send you this dream on this subject. However, my worrisome dreams are these three." So there's like three dreams that just keep popping up and they're all weaved together. And look at the number, Rachel, 3. That's that's a shamanic dream right there.
Yeah,
The fact
right
that
there.
you've got three things happening, it tells you there's shamanic dreaming involved here.
Yeah.
So number one, it's like every other night, I must be with my dead relatives in the dream. I find myself visiting a dead relative, cooking with them, and then just strolling around. There's that cooking again.
Yeah.
So that's the first dream. So it's kind of similar to the other dream that we had where she visited her mom and her mom was getting ready to cook. And
Yeah.
Teresa Velarde's mom was getting ready to die, and she sees the whole family getting ready to fix pasta dinner. She doesn't
Oh.
want to be late, so she's ready to go right then. I mean, who wouldn't die for pasta, right?
Yeah,
I know
exactly. I think
I would.
pasta must be heavenly food, right? It must be angel food.
Yes. Plug me now. I don't want to miss the meatballs. Okay. No, I could just imagine Deborah Bouvet, who owns Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network, and she's watching this going, oh, somebody turn those girls off.
Put that up. Don't put those two together again. That's so serious. Like
I
that.
can't let this happen
What if
again.
Olive Garden is still open?
All right. So here's my take on this dream.
Right.
Her relatives are very involved in her life. I know for a fact by another dream she sent me that she's busy writing books. And so in order to write books, you've got to go to that other realm. A lot of
Yes.
times you get information in your dreams, the information for the books comes into your dreams. And I would venture to say that while she's busy writing these really important books, and most of these important books are about women, here she is in her dream life, reconnecting with the women she loved, her relatives, and breaking bread with them and having dinner. And what do we do when we're sitting down and having dinner with women or sitting on a radio show with women?
We talk.
We pat our heads off.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. No.
No.
I can see it. Mom and grandmother are saying, hey, honey, you need to take a break a little bit. It's okay to spend some time with us here. You're busy working on, but family's important. Don't forget where you came from, right? I can see them all gather around the table, reminding her that, she's not alone in this thing. They got a long history. So it's really, it's a good dream. It's a good connection dream to remind her she's not alone on this planet.
Right. And it's almost like her family saying, okay, we understand you feel really stressed. You've got to make these deadlines. Come sit down here and
Have some
have a
meatballs.
meal with us and let us ground you.
Yeah.
Let us ground you in heaven. I mean, imagine that, getting grounded in heaven. But, it sounds like that's what happened. Okay, so you know what? We're going to go into the next dream after this break. We're already at the
Lord.
second
Oh, my
break.
goodness.
You're listening to Dreamvisions7radionetwork.com. I'm your host, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos. My friends all call me Kat. And that was Rachel that you just saw. We'll be right back. As soon as Rachel turns on.
What if dreams can diagnose your life? What if we can meet the love of our life in dreams? Join host Kat O'Keefe Kanavos, the #1 internationally best-selling author of Dreams That Can Save Your Life, written with Duke University medical doctor Larry Burke. Dreaming Healing is where we'll explore dreams, research, and interpret dreams from you, the caller. Dreaming Healing shows can be heard every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Ever had a strange dream? Nautilus Award winner, Dreams That Can Save Your Life, Early Warning Signs of Cancer and Other Diseases by Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos and Duke University radiologist Dr. Larry Burke. Forward by Dr. Bernie Siegel, shares how people like you self-advocated in the face of adversity and won using dreams. Read life-saving dream stories validated by medical reports. Hear how dreams of dead loved ones saved lives. Use interpretations and journaling as roadmaps in your waking world for health, wealth, and love. Dreams That Can Save Your Life. Early Warning Signs of Cancer and Other Diseases. Buy the audio and book at KathleenO'KeefeKanavos.com in English and Italian worldwide and through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other retailers.
Have you met your physician within yet? The Nautilus and multi-award winning book, Surviving Cancerland, Intuitive Aspects of Healing, is a memoir that takes you down the rabbit hole of healing dreams and interpretations, mixed with conventional medicine and treatments. Listen to the hookah-puffing caterpillar ask, "Who are you?" Dr. Bernie Siegel says Kathleen's story is powerful, honest, and eye-opening. Surviving Cancerland, Intuitive Aspects of Healing by three-time breast cancer survivor Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos. Buy the book and audio at KathleenO'KeefeKanavos.com and worldwide through Amazon and other retailers. Darkest hours to brightest moments, transformation from despair to happiness, and chaos to clarity. Real people, real pain, real healing. Life-threatening illness, death, abusive relationships, divorce, and overcoming addiction are challenges these men and women faced head-on. See how they emerged stronger and happier. Buy the new book, Chaos to Clarity, Sacred Stories of Transformational Change by Reverend Patricia Caginello and Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos. Available on sacredstoriespublishing.com and worldwide through Amazon and other retailers.
In a world facing annihilation, a miraculous African nun rises to become the first female pope through a web of war, murder, and betrayal. Loved by some, hated by many, she becomes the deadly target of Islamic terrorists and her own cardinals as she introduces a new vision that will either save humanity or accelerate its destruction. 4 people must race against a nuclear holocaust to learn her astonishing secret. Pope Annalisa is available at petercanova.com, Amazon, and other online booksellers and bookstores worldwide.
This is Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.
Welcome back to the second part of our show. I am Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, your host, but my friends all call me Kat. And this is Dreaming Healing, and we've got Rachel Love with us, the producer tonight, and we're doing nothing but interpreting dreams that have been sent in to us. So just before the break, we were talking about the dreamer joining her dead relatives, and now we're on dream 2. So she says, Kat, twice insects invaded my space in the dream, and I used fire to burn them. So what I found interesting about that dream was the play on words, Rachel. Don't we all have a few things in our lives that bug us, especially when we're writing books? And so you actually purified the situation using fire, the cleansing power of fire, and look at it in the dream form, in a heavenly form, where Prometheus, I think it was, brought fire to mankind in order to allow man to have a way to cook his food, be more comfortable on the earth plane, and probably get rid of insects and predators that would have preyed on them by having that fire around them. So I see that as a dream where you have been given the opportunity to get rid of what is bugging you by using the power of heavenly fire.
Well, it was getting protection for sure. Protection from things that gnaw away at things that tear away things, like if they were wood-eating creatures, like termites or something that would cause some problems, or poisonous bugs that could cause some problems. That the heavenly fire got rid of all those little demonic little rascals that might cause some problems, illness, whatever. Maybe she's being protected from illness and different things as she writes the book, because she has spent a lot of time thinking about death. So I can see how that fire would purge and protect from things that might try to get at her, so it's a protection type dream.
Mm-hmm. I think anytime I dream about fire, it's a good thing. I often find myself walking through the fire in a dream. Something that is following me suddenly stops. So I find fire in a dream extremely protective. I think it's beautiful. It's like the golden flame of Saint Germain that we talked about.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that purple fire, that gold fire that we had in our meditation. So I think that if you've got fire in your dream, for me, if it were my dream, I would feel very protected in that dream. I would feel like I was given something to protect me and surround me and keep me safe from,
Like
in this case, things bugging me.
Yeah, the light of day, you're not in the darkness anymore. Light of day, the sun's
Right.
up, nothing but large flames.
And so my phone just turned itself on and just recorded what we just said. So
Okay, share
I'm
that.
taking that as a good sign. And
Share
then
that. Share that.
the third dream, I love this third dream, is, where did it go? Where did that dream? Oh, here it is. One night I prayed seriously for my daughter and my daughter-in-laws, both of whom desire to have babies. When I slept, I dreamt as a man in white overalls, and this man came and handed me a cylindrical bowl where two tiny babies were floating like you would see in a scan. A few days later, this was not in the dream. A few days later, someone brought her a baby girl, a little toddler for her to hold. And it was the same toddler that she had seen in the dream with the white man with the overalls. She's thinking that God has answered her prayers, but she hasn't spoken to her daughter and her daughter-in-law yet. Is she wrong in her assumptions, and should she tell them her dreams?
Well, I would say share the dream, of course. Dream that powerful is meant to be shared. In
Mhm.
fact, we always recommend, if you're having dreams that powerful, write it down. Especially it happens more than once. You need to write it down. Maybe you're trying to get a message, something like you did with the monks visiting you. You paid
Mhm.
attention because they kept coming by the first time, no. But certainly, yeah, share it, write it down someplace. Well, she did write it down.
Mhm.
But the test tube babies and the white coveralls, that's interesting there too. A man bringing the babies. I'm not sure the connection with somebody handing her baby later, if that's just to reassure her or not. But
Often in the hospitals, if I remember seeing this correctly, it's almost like when they're working with test tube babies and they're working in there, it's like they're in hazmat suits.
Yeah.
And they look like overalls, white overalls.
Oh,
And so
overalls,
she
okay.
may have seen herself, she may have been into the body of a doctor working with these babies on another realm, getting ready to send them
yeah,
to her daughter and her daughter-in-law. So yeah, I think I would tell them that you had this dream, and then all of you wait to see if and when it comes true. Then you'll know it's a precognitive dream. Dare to stand in the power of that dream. Ask and ye shall receive. You have asked, maybe, just maybe, you received.
Well, yeah, some people are really afraid to let the spiritual side of their life show. They might be in a religious organization or something where they don't have the right to say anything because they're not in the priesthood or some stuff. There's a lot of different religions that prevent women from feeling free to speak what they're seeing and hearing. But there could be some of that going on, or it could be just a shyness, whatever. But if you got the dream, it's your stuff. Real quick, because we're running out of time, I had dreams about being on the radio. And so I went to the radio station and I was going to try to hire somebody to say the dreams I had. And the guy said, if God gave you that dream, he knows what you sound like. He wants you to speak it. So that was my life lesson back 15 years ago. If you had the dreams, you're supposed to speak it. That's why God, Goddess, universe, whatever, gave you the dream in the first place.
I agree.
That communicates, spirit was trying to communicate through you. So go ahead and trust the person in the coveralls and share that.
Yeah, Mr. Green Jeans and the white jeans.
Yeah.
So you know what? We've come to the end of our show, and I want to thank all of you for making Dreaming Healing such a big success. Don't go away after this show, because Peter Kanova of Quantum Spirituality is coming up with guest Sally Bolajoko. And you may have seen her on my show a few months or weeks ago. He's going to be talking to her about quantum spirituality. You can go onto my website, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, author speaker, and the link is there. You can click on it. I think it's also in YouTube. If you've got a dream and you want Rachel and I to work with it, please send it to me through my website. And we'll read it on air just like we did tonight. We'll have another dream party. If you're new and you haven't seen our shows before, if you go to my website, The Queen of Dreams, there's a free gift for you up in the right-hand corner. And just click on that and download it. And we're so glad that you're part of our family. The third Sacred Stories of Transformation book, Mayhem to Miracles, is now available for pre-ordering on Amazon. Go there, and we've got stories by so many incredible authors, including James Redfield, Dr. Bernie Siegel. The foreword was written by Reverend Reverend Temple Hayes. I almost thought it was by Bernie, but he wrote the one for the very first book. So this is the third book. Reverend Temple Hayes wrote the foreword. Go and order it for Christmas now, because you know how long it takes to get the books from Amazon. So this show is going to be blogged on Pathos and BizCat. And if you're in Palm Springs right now, watch for my article that is going to be in the magazine Desert Health, the Valley's leading resource for health and wellness. It's going to be in there for October. So until next time, remember, everybody dreams, but some dreams save lives. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for joining us this evening, and a big thanks to our producer. Tune in next time to Dreaming Healing for more cutting-edge research, live dream interpretations, and stories with radio host and award-winning author Kat O'Keefe Kanavos. Listen every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Time with call-in live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 radio network. Remember, everyone dreams, but some dreams save lives. Live your dreams. Find more about Kat at KathleenO'KeefeKanavos.com. That's Kathleen with a K. OKEEFEKANAVOS. Or The Queen of Dreams on Google search.
This is Dreamvision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life